Hey everyone, this is Joanne coming to you live from New York. I'm also known as #UnicornBoss. So as you guys are jumping online tonight, go ahead and hit me up with some unicorn emojis since those are my jam. If you're grabbing me live, go ahead and leave me a number 1. And if you're catching me on the replay, go ahead and leave me a number 2. So super excited tonight, you guys. I'm feeling just a smidgen better. I did some hair, we did some makeup. Let's go ahead and try a quick, easy keto recipe tonight. So super excited to share this with you. This is a brand new recipe for me. So this is called creamy keto Italian sausage soup. So if you love great soup recipes, go ahead and comment soup below. Let me know what some of your favorites are, and I can't wait to go ahead and get started with you all. So let me just go ahead and say hi to a few people real quick. If you're brand new to me, welcome. My name is Joanne. I've been keto over 1 year now. I'm down 60 pounds, and I just love what this lifestyle has done for me. So if you're a brand new friend, don't forget to comment new below so that way I can circle back around and say hi to you. I love to say hi to my brand new friends. And if we're not connected yet, make sure to take a few moments real quick, really right now, and just go ahead and friend me and follow me. So if you click on the bottom of the video, it will pop up. You can do follow and see first. And then if you love my page, turn on the live notifications. You can just click right up here to turn them on. And what else? If you're keto, go ahead and comment keto with me and let me know how long you've been keto. I would love to give you a shout out. So let me say hi to a few people real quick. If you're just jumping on, welcome. We're doing a creamy keto Italian sausage soup. So if you love soup, just comment soup below and tell me what some of your favorites are, and we'll go ahead and get right to it. So hi Kimmy, welcome. Hi Denise, Allie, Lisa, Shelly, Chelsea, Krista, Tammy, Rose, Wanda. So happy to have you guys. Welcome. So let's go ahead and get started. If you guys have been following me, you know that I've been sick with the flu. So I am just barely coming back to life today, you guys. I actually took a shower and did my hair and put a little makeup on, so here we go. Let's try and get back to some normal life here. So hi Rose, welcome. Glad you're looking forward to this soup recipe. Joy's been keto for 1 year. Congratulations. So happy for you. I'm sure you're feeling amazing. By the way, I forgot to ask, if you guys have a lot of fun and you enjoy my page and you learn lots of things about keto, go ahead and give this video a quick share for me. I so appreciate your love and support, and you can actually share me to a keto group too if you have one that approves of that. So thanks for the love, Wanda. I'm feeling just a little bit better. So let's see if we can get through some real cooking tonight. So this is a creamy keto Italian sausage soup. Let me go over the macros real quick, and I'll make sure I update the macros on the main post here. I just kind of wanted to get cooking, and it was going to take me a while to type it up. But so far they're saying that there's going to be 8 total servings for this soup, 312 calories per serving, total protein is 20 grams, so very nice on the protein scale. Net carbs are going to be 3 grams per serving, which is amazing. And then total fat is 22 grams of total fat. So that speaks to my heart, you guys. I love fat, so remember, if you're keto, it takes fat to burn fat, so don't be afraid of high fat in your foods, especially if they're healthy fats. So thanks for sharing, Maria. I so appreciate you. Hi, Andrew. Welcome. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to cook with, I know the recipe says to use some grass-fed butter, which you absolutely could. By the way, I know I've got a small workspace, so if you're having trouble seeing, you can swipe the comments to the side. I know you can do butter, but I actually prefer to cook with coconut oil, so I'm just going to use about a tablespoon of coconut oil to start browning up some of the ingredients. If you're brand new to me, I only do quick and easy. Back when I first started keto, you guys, I had a busy corporate job, and I was working actually 2 jobs at the time, so anywhere from 40 to 60 hours a week sometimes. So if you're looking for quick and easy keto, I've got tons of really great recipes on my page, so I try and make sure they're nice and easy, so that way it's a no-brainer for you all. So we're going to start with, go ahead and heat up our oil here, and it's basically just some garlic, some herbs. I've got some sausage, onion. I'm adding in some mushrooms. The recipe actually calls for zucchini. I just don't have any, so I was looking for another veggie, so I'm going to do some mushroom instead, and some cream cheese and some chicken broth. So really easy. It's not going to be that hard. So Let's see what the first step is here. It says to melt your oil, and we're gonna add in our onion, garlic, and sausage and allow them to cook. So before I add in the meat, I really do love to let my my onions and my garlic get really fragrant. So I'm gonna work on that next. So it calls for two cloves of garlic. So I'm gonna start to get that ready while I wait for this to heat up here. So how's everybody doing today? What did you all have for your keto dinner? Go ahead and share with me. I would love to hear about it. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So I'm just gonna let my garlic get fragrant here in the pan for, I don't know, maybe 1 to 2 minutes. I don't necessarily want it to brown, but I do like it to start to kind of begin sizzling here. You guys are quiet tonight. How are you doing? So my body is all out of whack because I've been sick. I can definitely feel that I'm out of ketosis, so I'm really looking forward to, hopefully tomorrow. I felt almost good today, so I'm hoping tomorrow will be a better day for me and I can really get back into my strict keto journey. It's really hard to stay keto when you're sick because anytime you take cold medicine, it just knocks you right out. So Andrew had a chicken sandwich. That sounds delicious. Irene had keto broccoli bread with marinara. Awesome. Hi, Jean. Welcome. Okay. So that's starting to brown up. Let me go ahead and get my onion in next. I actually wanted to do a little bit more onion than this, you guys, but I only had a few really small onions, so this was the best I could do. But I would do more of like a medium to large size onion. This one was really small. So hopefully I will not cry on live camera. If I do, forgive me. I am always really sensitive to onions here, so. Smells good already. There's nothing like cooking some garlic and some onion, right, you guys? It's so savory and it smells really delicious. So what are your favorite types of keto soups to make? I've made a few. I've done like a keto broccoli cheddar. One of my favorites is I've done I like to make this one in my slow cooker, but it's a chicken bacon chowder, which is really creamy and delicious. I've also done a different sausage soup. It was a stuffed sausage soup. Which was really good, stuffed pepper or something like that. Of course, there's a cheeseburger soup that I make as well, which is really delicious. So, yeah, you know, Maria, I was just like, I kind of got to get back to some regular life here. I was feeling a little bit better today, so I thought, let's see if we can make it through a full cooking recipe here. So, I don't know, I hope I make it to the very end with you all. We will do our best. I love soup too, Renee, and it's been, oops, let me turn this down a little bit. It's been cold here in New York, so this is really perfect for me. Okay, so these onions look pretty, just starting to get brown. I don't want to caramelize them too much. Little keto hack for you is if you let your onions get too caramelized, they can actually kick you out of ketosis because they become very sugary. So I'm going to just go ahead and leave that here. So for your sausage, this isn't the best choice, but if you're looking for a great sausage, I would definitely go with the Premio brand. Actually, let me take this off for a quick minute. I do want to talk about the sausage a second. So the reason why I love them is because they are gluten-free, no added MSGs, no preservatives. So it's a really good choice if you're not making your own sausage. It is a little bit of dirty keto because there's the tiniest bit of sugar in here. So it's less than 1 gram. So it's not perfect, but it's damn near close. So depending on how strict keto you want to be, this might be a good choice for you. For sausage, it's just got got some pork, some water, salt and spices, black pepper, paprika, natural flavors. So if you're looking to do sausage, I try not to get the sweet one because it's got a little bit more sugar than the regular, but this was all they had, and it's still less than 1 gram. So let me go ahead and get this in our pan here. We're gonna do 1 pound of sausage. Just make sure. I hate it when the sheet always sticks, you guys. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. While this is just starting to brown here, I'm just gonna wash my hands because I touched the pork, and then I'll be right back. So there is no handle over the fire. I think we're good. Okay. Thanks for looking out for me for the handle, Daisy. I appreciate you. Okay. So do you guys have a favorite sausage brand that you love to work with? If you do, go ahead and share it with me in the comments. I know some of you might make your own, which would be amazing. Go back and check out a few of these comments here that I missed. Meredith said I made a cauliflower bacon soup with shrimp. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. White Castle hamburger pie with broccoli. Jean, you are my hero. That sounds awesome. I love White Castle. Hi Vonda, welcome. So happy to have you. So for those of you just jumping on right now, welcome. We're doing a creamy Italian sausage soup. So this is going to be really quick and easy. So far, I've just browned my garlic. I've browned up my onions, and we're starting to brown our sausage. And then we'll begin to build the rest of the recipe. So far, smelling really good. Hey Amy, so I'm up near West Point, so it's kind of up closer to upstate New York, but I'm still close to the city. I'm a quick train ride down. I can visit New York City almost whenever I want. I'm about like an hour and a half down on the train, so. I'm sorry, I know this is a really boring part, so if you guys have any keto questions for me, feel free to hit me up and I'll do my best to see if I can get you guys an answer. Getting there, just a few more minutes. I'm in Western New York near Rochester. Okay, not too bad. It's definitely probably cold and snowy up there. I'm at probably like maybe 5 or 6 hours from Rochester. So what are chestnuts? Are they keto friendly? Wow, that's a really random question. I think so, but I'm not 100%. I'd have to actually check for you. I think they're probably okay. It's just more looking into how many carbs there are in them. So. Oh my goodness, 21. I totally forget where you're from, Renee, and I know you told me like 14 times. You'll have to remind me. Okay, looking pretty good. We're almost fully done here. So let me go over the next few steps with you while we're waiting for this. So, once the meat has browned, we're gonna pour in 3 cups of our broth and then add in, if you had it, your zucchini, basil, oregano, bay leaf, red pepper, and diced tomatoes. And then we'll just start to boil them. So that'll be really easy for our next step. Okay, this looks pretty good. About 1 more minute and we will be ready. Oh, thanks for checking for me on the water chestnuts, Rebecca. I really appreciate that. I'm curious. That was a really good question. It was one I did not know off the top of my head, so. Okay, perfect. This is looking pretty good. So if you wanted to, you could strain your meat at this point. There's actually not that much oil in the bottom. I used very little oil for cooking, so I kind of want to keep the flavor. So I'm just gonna actually leave it. It's about a teaspoon, so it's not that much. So let's go ahead and see how much broth we need. So 3 cups. I've got one that's already open, so I want to use this one first. Woo! Whoops. Sorry about that. All right. Okay, so that was 2 cups perfectly. So let me go ahead and measure out 1 more cup. Water chestnuts are starchy. Okay. Yeah, they might be high in carbs, so it might not be the best choice. Okay, so when you're doing your broth, you guys, I do like the College Inn brand, but you could, I'm sure there's better choices, so you can kind of just look and see what you enjoy. The reason why I like this one though is because it doesn't have any added sugar. So there's a spot here for total sugars and added sugars on the label. So that's what you really want to look for, because a lot of them, you'd be shocked, actually do have added sugars in them. So that's why I always check. Okay, let's see here. So I'm just gonna do 1 more cup. I also like this brand too because it's all natural, so that's something you want to look for as well. Just get my onions that are stuck on the side stranded. Okay. Next up, we're gonna add in, if you had your zucchini, you're gonna go ahead and add in your zucchini. Basil, oregano, bay leaf, so all of your spices, and some diced tomatoes. So I actually opted to do something fun. Instead of just a plain diced tomato, I'm actually gonna use some rotel. This is just gonna give it a little bit more flavor and just give it a little bit of an extra punch. So I like to cook with this. This is a neat little keto hack in case you didn't know. So this one here is diced tomatoes with lime juice and cilantro. So it's really nice and fresh, definitely keto friendly. It's just water, green chili peppers, cilantro, salt, onion, garlic, cumin. So so this will be really nice. So it calls for 14 ounces of tomato, and this is about 10, so it's just gonna be a little bit less than what the recipe calls for. Okay, I'm going to use some mushrooms in this recipe. These are canned, of course. You could do fresh. If you were going to do fresh mushroom, I probably would have browned them in the beginning of the recipe there. And let's go ahead and get started with our spices. So basil is going to be a teaspoon. we're also gonna do a teaspoon of oregano. What are some of your favorite spices to work with? I would love to hear about it. I love fresh basil. I tried to have some basil plants over the summer, and they lasted for about a month before they died, so I haven't figured out how to keep them alive, but I just love fresh basil and rosemary. Those are so good, some of my favorites. Hey Denise, so happy you're on, able to catch me live. Jen, I'm doing a little bit better. We managed to get in a shower and some makeup today, so I'm doing just a teeny bit better. So the recipe doesn't call for this, but I really love the flavoring it gives. So this is just a Mrs. Dash's chicken grilling blend. So I'm just gonna do maybe like a half a teaspoon of this one. Not too much, I just really enjoy the flavor. And it's just got a mix of really nice different spices in here. And then we're also going to do 1 bay leaf. Okay. So let me go ahead and give this a quick stir. I can barely smell you guys, but so far this is smelling really yummy and delicious. So I'm really excited. Oh my God, that smells amazing. I just want to hold my head over this like a facial. It feels so good to actually be able to smell something. Okay, let's see what else we need. So it says to bring it to a boil. Let me turn the heat back up real quick. Let me take this out, and then we'll start to see what the next step is. So I'm gonna actually skip over the next step, but it tells us to take the rest of the bone broth or the chicken broth and take your cream cheese and put it in a blender and blend it till it's really nice and smooth. I'm just gonna dump my cream cheese in here and mix it the old fashioned way. I think it's gonna be fine. So, but if you wanted to do that, you definitely could. So I just turned it back up. So we should be boiling here in just a moment. I turned it down because I didn't want to burn the garlic and the onions earlier. So, oh, thanks for the love, Marlene. Can you guys believe it? I'm like a whole new human. You know, it's amazing what just a few pounds can do for you and your face and your body, the inflammation and everything. So, so the last step after we add in our cream cheese and whatnot is adding in some chopped spinach, and then you'll let it simmer for about 30 minutes. So I don't have any fresh spinach, so I've got some frozen here. I didn't bother to pre-cook this. I'm just gonna throw it in the pan and it can cook right in there with the rest of the ingredients. So we're just starting to boil here, or I can hear some bubbles coming. So let me give it just another minute. I'll start to get my cream cheese started. I have the hardest time opening these containers. Hey Stephanie, thanks for sharing. I so appreciate you. Actually, mine's still a little bit cool, so I'm probably just gonna nuke it in the microwave real quick. That way it combines a little bit easier. So what do you guys think of the recipe? Pretty quick and easy so far, right? I'm sure you guys could do this really well. Yeah, Marlene, this is a creamy Italian sausage soup. So really quick and easy, not that hard. You do it just a little bit more. So we basically have just got some diced tomatoes in here. I used a can of rotel. It's some Italian sausage. I added some mushroom, but the recipe actually called for zucchini, some spices, and some onion and garlic, and that's about it. So it's gonna be really delicious. I'm really excited. So hopefully this will help me kick the rest of my cold in the face here. So, oh yes, Rebecca, I love garam masala. It's so delicious. On cheese crackers. Ooh, that sounds amazing. I'm gonna have to try that. Okay, so we're pretty much to simmering here. I've got some nice bubbles going. So let's go ahead and add in the rest. So I'm gonna do 1 more cup of broth with our cream cheese, and then I'm gonna add in our spinach, and that's really it. And then we're just gonna let it continue cooking for about a half hour. Oh my gosh, it smells really, really good, you guys. I'm excited about it. So this is the cream cheese, of course, is going to continue to melt. I did toy with the idea of maybe adding some heavy whipping cream, so we might need to do a little bit of heavy cream, but for right now, I'm gonna follow the recipe pretty much exactly as it's listed. And then do you guys know the trick if it's not fully, if it's not thick enough by the time I'm ready to eat? Do you guys know the trick for thickening soups on keto? If you do, go ahead and share in the comments. But I will teach you guys. It's a neat little keto trick in case you didn't know. So normally in my Carbolicious days, you know, if I had a sauce or a sauce or a gravy or something that I was trying to thicken up, I would normally just use cornstarch or flour, and those two things are not keto friendly. So there is actually keto friendly option in case you guys didn't know. So let's see how much spinach we're supposed to have. It's gonna be 2 cups of chopped spinach. So I'm not gonna do that much. I'm not a huge spinach person. So let's do like a cup of spinach. So there we go. Yes, xanthum gum. So I see a bunch of you got it right. So I'm gonna let this cook for about 30 minutes or so, and if at that time I feel like it tastes delicious, but it's just not quite thick enough, I'm gonna do like half of a teaspoon of xanthum gum. Xanthum gum is actually really high in carbs, so just be very careful with it, and you only need the teeniest, tiniest little bit. It goes a long way. It's not like flour where you need to keep adding and adding. So the trick to xanthum gum is I usually say start with like a half a teaspoon or a teaspoon, and you got to really stir it around, stir it around, stir it around, stir it around, and then I would let your soup or your dish, your gravy, cook for like maybe 10 to 20 minutes. Go back and check it, and I bet you will find that it's going to be perfect, and it actually doesn't need more. So oh my gosh, you guys, this looks really, really good. So maybe I should have taken the step to fully like buzz up the cream cheese in my blender, but I know it's gonna finish melting. Let me just hold this up so you guys can see it. I don't know if that looks delicious to you guys, but it looks amazing to me, and it smells awesome. So that's pretty much it. For the xanthan gum, you don't need to dissolve it in water. You can put it right in your soup or your gravy, whatever you're using, and just let it oh, chia seeds work too. Interesting. I've never heard of that. And it would give you some extra protein too. So pretty cool. So I'm gonna let this finish cooking for a little bit here. Make sure you swing back to my page after. I always do a live taste test, and I'll share with you guys how it turned out. And if you had a lot of fun tonight and you enjoyed the recipe, make sure you give this video a quick share. I so appreciate your love and support. And if you would like to be added to my secret recipe group, just go ahead and comment group below. I think I'm finally caught up on all the group requests, so if I've missed you, just send me a message and I'll make sure I get you guys added ASAP. So thank you all so much. Have a great night. I'll be back to chat with you again soon. Take care.